The life force of love will dominate every kind of melanated man, woman, and child in existence. Say that again. I said the life force of love will dominate every kind of melanated man, woman, and child in existence. Explain what you mean. Real quick. Let's say a whole bunch of other stuff real fast. So, as you can see, I fixed my car. I got an example from this that I want to put in this video here. I got an example or a figure of speech involving a primary problem to eliminate that I want to put in this video using another experience that I had in fixing my car. So what do I mean by the life force of love? The force of love. The force of love is going to dominate you all. God is love. God is the force. The life force of God. The life force of love. The force of love. The love force behavior. The love force behavior. Why do I keep saying force though? Man, you saying such, strong words. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you're saying such strong words, Why I say such strong words? Because I go off of what the words literally mean. I don't necessarily just say things out of the kindness of my heart. Because let's not forget, there are three me's at play here. There's the lowest me, or should I say the let go me. There is the actual me, the King of Kings. And then there is the highest me, the one that just loves and loves only. I don't tend to tap into that nature too much. And as far as the King of Kings nature, I'd love to continue using it and utilizing it, but you all suck. So, due to you all trying to drag me down and keep me in my lowest nature, I figured out how to just weaponize it for the right reasons. And I am going to use my lowest nature to love you to death, in a sense. Think about it. You all embody hatred, so I'm just going to embody love. And then I'm going to use it to whoop y'all butts. You follow what I'm saying? What else am I getting at? The King of Kings nature is the artwork of our sense of spiritual ethics. And the King of Kings heart of hearts is the artwork of our sense of soul ethics. Spiritual ethics and soul ethics. I have to say details because I really just want to tell you all day how love is going to conquer you all. That's what I really would like to tell you over and over again. But I have to put details out here and whatnot. So once again, the King of Kings nature is the artwork of our sense of spiritual ethics. And the King of Kings heart of hearts, meaning your Jesus or my Yahweh Shai or Yeshua. The King of Kings heart of hearts is the artwork of our sense of soul ethics, spiritual ethics, soul ethics, conscious mind, subconscious mind, empire, foundation. Why am I saying these words out loud? To force love into your world. What is force literally defined as? Strength or energy as an attribute of physical action or movements. Love as an action, wouldn't you agree? So just imagine if the behavior of love was the direct driving force of your current day-to-day lives and your current day-to-day behavior. That's the whole point of my mission here. And it's the whole point of me talking. If the phone cuts out, it's because it overheated. It's the whole point of me talking here, though. To share this idea with you by any moral means necessary. And what's going to happen once it actually gets into your spiritual grounds or gets planted into your spiritual grounds, meaning your foundation, because your spiritual grounds are your foundation, just internal works, your behavior will alter and become that of love and love only. I am going to force so much love into your world, you'll never be able to look away from it again. It's the whole point of my message here. Yeah. So I'm going to continue forcing so much love into your world, you'll never be able to look away from it again. Why? Because I want a world that is not this one any longer. A world of hatred, where hate stacks on top of hate and makes hate stack on top of hate, where everything around you is provoking you into doing something wrong. Everything around you is provoking you into doing something wrong. Did you notice, or did you know, that all of this world's amenities are only designed to provoke you to move opposite of soul ethics in order to lead you into something that'll see you seriously dismayed? For example, their system. All of these things out here are only to provoke you into getting caught up in their system. Everything you see in their world, it is all designed to provoke you into getting caught up in their system. Remember, it is a game that they are playing and that they do not wish to stop playing on our lives. They are playing God on our lives and are laughing and loving it and enjoying it and giggling all day. Tee ha ha's and all of that. You follow what I'm saying? So, due to that being their nature, the nature of hatred, you follow what I'm saying? Due to the nature of hatred being their nature, the nature of love, or the King of Kings, just right, unconditional love, or balanced integrity, due to that being their nature, once the King of Kings nature is introduced, it'll kill it. It'll kill your hatred, kill your hatred, kill your hatred. Death to all things of hate, death to all things of evil. And due to no one of humanity being these things truly, because it's all fake and artificial, as your sins are, just an offense against a principle, like a soul principle. Due to your nature just being fake and artificial and not truly you, ain't none of you gonna get hurt at all. None of you getting hurt at all by this mission. By my objective, mine's. The world is going to be taking your lives left and right. Or should I say, the infrastructure will, because the world is of the people. We are spirits before we are people, and we are people before we are the world. We are not the world before we are man, nor are we the world before we are people. The world is lost currently due to them all being saturated in hatred. So when this whole love force idea or force of love gets into the world, alterations. One more thing to notice. Did you know we actually have natural high moral standards? The thing is, our sisters, my dear sisters, you don't necessarily have to lower your standards. You just have to shift them. Because no matter where you shift to, your standards will be high, very high, because you're going to really, really desire things to be just right and good at all times around you. Did you know the word ethics defines as a set of moral principles? What kind of set of moral principles? Any kind of set of moral principles. How about a moral principle, like soul principle, soul ethics, soul pride, soul tranquility, soulful balance? Tap into things like that. Tap into things of that nature. The King of Kings nature is the artwork of our sense of spiritual ethnics. And the King of Kings artwork is, or the King of Kings heart of hearts is the artwork of our sense of soul ethics. What are some more reasons I want to tell you all of these things? Simple. Once you all start winning, I win. Quite literally. The I is the actual me. So once all of the actual yous begin to win, the actual me will begin to win. However, the actual you cannot win if the actual you ain't the actual you. The fake you is what is in control right now, not the actual you. So once the actual you begins to take over, i.e. resurrection, you will begin to win. And then so too will I. It's the reason why I'm telling you all these things in detail. I don't mean to make it cringe, so to speak. The thing is, due to reasons that I am obligated to just blame myself for happening somehow, and due to the primary issues at hand in which stop people like me from living the way I choose to live, it's gonna be cringe. unfortunately. I don't want to tell you to deal with it because I despise the cringe as well. I am supposed to be a literal walking hit record. That is what I'm supposed to be. Literally, a literal walking, living, breathing hit record. Everything I say needs to leave impacts and marks. Everything I do needs to shatter all the things evil in which we are all obligated to stand on, or which we have all been made to be obligated to stand on. Love is foundational. I have been saying things like the 9-dimensional base form parable over and over again. I've been speaking on a 9-dimensional base form over and over again. I want to put that in more detail. Or seeing as how I've said so many things in detail already, what I want to do is simplify some more. The 9-dimensional base form, or the 9-dimensional base parable, what does it label and describe? Your 9 foundational mental faculty senses. Your 9 foundational fundamental mental faculty senses. That's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about. What do I mean by 9 though? Because let's never forget, we were always taught our entire lives we only got 5. Well, according to all the studying I've done, we got 4 more. At first I thought it was 7. Then I thought it was just 8. But then counting the earth and the way the earth works with us, it is 9. 9 senses, 9 mental faculty senses in total. We have as mental sensory factors or mental sensory capabilities, abilities. 9 of them in total. 9 base fundamental sensory factors. What are they? I've been explaining them in multiple videos. I'm going to explain them as quick as I can right here, just to tell you what they can all be labeled and described as in a handful of words. So, the Earth Star Chakra's mental faculty sense. What is the Earth Star Chakra's mental faculty sense? You know, it helps us balance out, and it helps, according to the information, because I've never honestly experienced true earthing myself. I heard it helps enhance your levels of meditation beyond comprehension, almost to the point where you can start seeing the galaxies and the stars and thereof, and how they are set up and orchestrated, and you can label and describe them perfectly. Earthing. What all things do earthing give you? I'm not the type to hug trees. I just want to know about it so I can apply it to the world. For once the world begets to apply the nature of the King of Kings and his spiritual ethnics, as well as the foundation of the King of Kings' heart of hearts and his soulful ethical foundation, we will begin to win in everything by any moral means necessary, and we will finally be able to experience what earthing actually does for us firsthand. Moving on though, the root chakra. By the way, the mental faculty senses are all connections or constituents of your chakras. What is a chakra? Literally, in Indian thought, each of the centers of spiritual power in the human body, usually considered to be 7 in number. What does the word power mean? The ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a mental faculty or moral quality. Mental is not in there, nor is moral in there, but I just added them in there because it says faculty or quality in there. And what connects to qualities, morals, standards? What connects to faculties, your mental abilities, your inherent endowed capabilities to be the greatest version of yourself, no matter what this world wants you to be at all. So, the next chakra then, the root chakra. The root chakra's mental faculty sense of smell. They're all connected in all one. As a matter of fact, I just seen another flag of information online regarding the sensory factors connections to our chakras. It turns out, like I said, they're all in one, but then it's like you lose about 1 sense as you go up the hierarchy. Like let me tell you, for example, you got all 5 senses plus the 4 senses in your root chakra, but then you have labeled and described the mental sensory factor of taste in your sacral chakra. But then there's 4 more that also connect to it on the information. Take a look at the video I just posted, this short, and you'll see what I mean. Moving forward, though. And then the solar plexus chakra, your mental faculty, sense of sight. Then the heart chakra, your mental faculty, sense of touch or feeling, what you feel like. An unhurt, untouched, and unbeaten feeling. One that's good all the time, a self-servant feeling. A self-subservient feeling. One that just gives itself the good energy all the time. And all the time it gives itself the good energy. Then you got the throat chakra. It's mental faculty, sense, MFS. It's MFS. The throat chakra's MFS is hearing. The third eye chakra's MFS. Mental faculty sense is ego. The literal meaning of ego, not the ego we've been taught about that we label and describe as deflated and whatnot, or super large egos. Now I'm talking about the literal definition of ego, the part of the mind that mediates. And the word mediates means form a connection between the conscious mind and the unconscious mind. The conscious mind being the King of Kings' actual self, or your actual self, and your unconscious mind being your physical body. The ego is what forms a connection between the King of Kings' body and your physical body. That's what the ego does naturally. It just forms the connection between it, between you two, between your actual nature behavior versus what the world wants you to be. Ego, the part of the mind that mediates, meaning form a connection between the King of Kings' conscious mind, meaning the third eye chakra, and your physical body's unconscious mind. Because without the spirit soul in you, you are unconscious. You will be an inanimate object. You'll be like money. Money is an inanimate object. Cannot decide or rule or dictate anything. Money cannot have dignity. Money cannot have self-respect. Ego defines as the part of the mind that mediates between the King of Kings' actual mind and your physical unconscious mind, and is responsible for reality testing and a sense, a mental faculty sense of self-identity. A sense of self-identity or sense of self-identification. Ego is also a person's sense of self-esteem or sense of self-importance. So that means ego is also the mental faculty sense, or the third eye. The third eye's mental faculty sense is also a sense of self-esteem or a mental faculty sense of self-importance. Right now, you all got fake self-importances because your real ego ain't connecting you to the King of Kings right now. Remember, they bash ego all day, terrorize it all day, tell you that your ego is getting in the way all day, tell you that your ego is inflated all day, and you don't even know what ego is. You just attack it for being so. Well, just like the cartoon or the anime. Now, due to the awareness being in the air about what it really is, none of you stand a chance against trying to destroy someone's ego now or this time. This time, you got words to fire back at people. Have great conversations. Always keep it in healthy debating at all times. The more you learn, the more you rise. The more you rise, the faster we go home. The faster we go home, home liberation. The resettlement of God's kingdom worldwide. The resettlement of the love force, or the force of love behavior, or the love force behavior worldwide, LFB. Tap into your sense of love force behavior. Tap into the sense of love force. Tap into the sense of, how should I put it? I'm always coming up with it on site. Tap into your sense of life force behavior. Your sense of life force love behavior. That's too many words. Moving forward. Ego. That is what it truly is, though. Nothing of which you have been taught about it at all. It's actually good for certain women to have a type of ego. A lot of things that you all feel like are bad are actually really good for you. But that's how you were taught. Why? So it could be easier to play games on you for the rest of your lives. Just like my car here, its primary issue, in order for it to run the way it was originally running. I had to go to the alternator, and I found out that there was just some kind of like sensory, the positive sensory cord, or not the positive one, but the negative cord that connects to the car. Something was wrong with that little part in the alternator. It was burnt out or whatever have you. I think it was just a cord though, but I'm going to replace that because I get a sense that the primary problem to eliminate with this car so it can run better, or so it can go back to normal, or so it can be in a state of beauty, normality, goodness, and balance again. The primary problem I had to eliminate was a part of the alternator that connected to the car's power, the negative whatnot. And once I swapped the alternator out, the car began to run again. However, I get a sense that there is the terminal there, the terminal in which connects to the alternator. I get a sense that that primary problem is still a problem in a sense, and I must eliminate it in order for reality, or for the reality of my car to return back to normal. My car has no soul, just a driver, me, that is in the car, operating it the right way. As the King of Kings operates my mind heart space correctly, I operate this car correctly. I am in this car, nation. As the King of Kings, I am the car in which he drives, or it drives. Because the King of Kings I speak of doesn't necessarily have a gender, just a power, just a force of nature. The King of Kings is a force of nature, just like this so-called world government is an evil force of nature. But the King of Kings is a balanced and good force of nature, whereas this evil government of yours is a negative evil force of nature. Which one do you want to keep driving you? Which one do you desire to keep driving you to be what you are? You want the evil government to keep driving you to be what you are, because that's the primary problem that it needs to be eliminated? Or do you want the primary solution to drive you to be what you are? That's the King of Kings' nature. Once again, the King of Kings' nature is the artwork of our sense of spiritual ethnics. And the King of Kings' heart of hearts is the artwork of our sense of soulful ethics. Ethnicity, ethical foundation, ethnical mindset. The ethics are in the mind. The ethics are on the grounds, spiritual grounds, your foundation, set of moral principles. Ethnics being a group that you belong to, or a group of people that you came from. You got about 7 artificial ethnic pillars that need to be dismantled by any moral means necessary. And then you got 4 ethic grounds that 2 of them need to go bye-bye, and the other 2 need to fuse by any moral means necessary, and as soon as possible. And once the other 2 fuse, meaning your balanced and good ethic grounds, or your loving ethic grounds, or your soul ethic grounds, soul ethics, love ethics, force of love ethics, soul principle ethics. Once those grounds are established, and those are the only ones you have to walk on, all the ways you behave are gone. The way you are right now is gone. This fake you ends. Toodaloo. Don't come back again. This is the only way that I see proper and fit. Moving forward though, the crown chakra is mental faculty sense, or yeah, I said it right. The crown chakras is what you can label and describe as the Swadhisthana chakra, the Swadhisthana spiritual power. Swadhisthana is a Sanskrit name of an aspect in which is a constituent of the crown chakra's information. And what is the Swadhisthana? The Swadhisthana translates to disc of auspicious vision. Disc of auspicious vision. Auspicious vision. At its core, the word auspicious at its core can be labeled and described as one who is bound to success, or a vision that is bound to success. Auspicious vision, a vision in which is bound to success, meaning your abilities to expect things. Your abilities to expect or inspect or respect even. Those are your abilities. To inspect, expect, or respect. Spectator. The third person vision, a spectator. The disc of auspicious vision is your abilities to be sure about something, is your abilities to move with a guaranteed thought. For example, let's say I want to just pretend to karate chop my steering wheel. I expect that I'm going to be able to do this. Karate chop my steering wheel, faking it. That's what an auspicious vision is. Your abilities to expect, to guarantee that you're going to make it somewhere. You should live with expectations. How can you not? Did you actually know it's impossible for men not to have standards? Men have standards naturally and divinely. For you to try to take their standards away because you stand on the external standard versus the internal standard, double standards. Due to you people trying to take men's standards away, it causes them to misbehave. Stop trying to remove our standard. You can't. It's built in us. Love is built in my DNA. It is a part of my DNA coding, and love is my only standard. Balanced love is my only standard. The King of Kings nature and the King of Kings heart of hearts are my only standard. They are one in me. Next, and I expect this to remain the way it is because it's been remaining the way it is since the dawn of time and since time even existed. This has been the King of Kings nature and the King of Kings heart of hearts. The King of Kings nature is the artwork of our sense of spiritual ethnics, and the King of Kings heart of hearts. Nature, heart of hearts, nature, heart of hearts, and the King of Kings heart of hearts still belonging to the King of Kings, Yahweh Shai. And the King of Kings heart of hearts is the artwork of our sense of soul ethics. Ethnics, ethics, spirit, soul, nature, heart of hearts, all the King of Kings. All the King of Kings artwork. In we, moving to and through us thereof. The King of Kings is our standard internally. The King of Kings is our internal standard. So to try to remove the King of Kings internal standard from the very core endowed DNA that we have, not only does that says a lot of evil things about you, but it also says you shouldn't be anywhere near us at all. For why would you want to remove something or destroy something or cover up or seal something away so good, normal, beautiful, and natural, all concomitantly? Never been this, never changed. This standard has never changed. Our internal standard never changed. But you all want to operate off the external hate standards. Well, soon your external hate standards are going to be external love standards. And then you won't be able to have any more double standards to stand on. You're only going to have one standard. How you like that? I have to keep pretending to be a fake villain for a little while. It's unfortunate. Moving forward. Soul Star Chakra and its mental faculty sense. The Soul Star Chakra's mental faculty sense. Now, whether you want to buy this or not, the word quantum is a measurement word, or what you can label and describe as a measurement word, like frequency, for example. The word frequency labels and or literally defines as the rate at which something occurs. Anything, like a sound wave. The rate at which something occurs. The rate at which something occurs. Of course, there's more to the definition. Look it up, see for yourself. It's just a measurement word. The word quantum is a measurement word. But what specifically does the word quantum measure? The sense of all senses, the source of all senses. The source of all senses, meaning the source of the life force, love. The source of the life force of love is what the word quantum, the measurement word known as quantum, can be used or is used to label and describe. Whether the big science heads know it or not, the word quantum is just a measurement word. Why do you think they call it quantum physics? What is physics? Physics is a science branch which labels and describes the phenomena of all physical activity. The phenomena of all physical activity is what physics measures. That's why there's a such thing as quantum physics. And the thing is, physics is a science branch. And what is science? The study of something and or knowledge of any kind. That is a literal definition of the word science, knowledge of any kind. Quantum physics is a measurement word. And it measures the source of the life force of love. That's what it measures. It measures the activity regarding the source of the life force, or the life force source. I'm going to have better names to put it together soon. But in other words, the mental faculty of the soul star chakra is the source in which the life force of love strands, branches, stems, or derives from. You follow what I'm saying? Now, those 9 senses that I just labeled and described to you, all of them in one can be labeled and described as multiple things, of course, but here, they all can be labeled and described with 4 words after this one: peace, love, unity, and advancement. And or those 9 fundamental base senses can be labeled and described as the life force of love, and or the life force of love behavior. The force of love behavior, or the love force behavior. It's gonna be mentioning. I'm gonna mention a lot of love in this video. It's a lot of love in this video. It's all love. No, literally, it's all love. Reality is supposed to be all love. What is love? A disposition to do good. So all of reality, love literally defines as a disposition to do good. So therefore, all of reality should be in a disposition to do good. All of reality should be. Why isn't it? You want to know why? Because there is a very evil government deciding all of reality should be in hatred. These words eventually are going to kill hatred. Another thing too about the cringe thing. Due to me knowing how much of my work was going to be stolen from the oppressive body, I don't care if the melanated people use anything I say. I don't care if any kind, honestly, I don't care if any kind of melanated individual, any kind of I don't care what state your melanin nature is in or your melanin levels are on. Use this. The faster or the more you use it, the faster we go home. Home liberation. My spirit soul, my actual me is housed in you all. You are all my actual selves home. Without you, I have no home. Without you, I cannot travel to and fro this world as I so desire. You are my home, all of humanity. All of humanity. Any kind of melanated individual, whether you are non-melanated or regular melanated, or originally melanated, makes no difference. You art my home. Art, A-R-T, you art my home. And my artwork is presented and or expressed to and through you all. My dear family, all of the human race, the soul sapien race. And once these words truly beget to settle in upon thine spiritual grounds, it's over with. Your 9 base, fundamental, mental faculty senses can be labeled and described in 4 words after this one: peace, love, unity, and advancement. And or can be labeled and described as the life force of love behavior. The life, the source of life, the life force behavior. That's what they can be labeled and described as. And these here 9 base senses, once you all resurrect and come back to them, cling to them, cling to all things good, abhor what is evil, cling to what is good, abhor what is evil. Once you all cling to the goodness of your 9 divine base senses, all of the 9 principalities, the 9 evil principalities of this world will be disintegrated. And the devil will no longer have a grip upon thy mind heart spaces to control you into doing opposite of soul ethics, or control you into moving opposite of soul ethics. This is the way I'm going to choose to fight this battle with you. This is how I'm going to be an attribute. I am forcing love into your world. This is how I'm going to help, by forcing love into your world somehow. And let's never forget, a literal definition of the word force is also the mental and moral powers of an individual or anything. But the one I'm going to use for this video here strength, or energy as an attribute of physical action or movement. Strength, strength. You know what the word trust defines as? A firmly held belief in the reliability, ability, truth, and strength of someone or something. So why not have a firmly held belief in the reliability, ability, truth, and strength of your actual self, the King of Kings, your spiritual ethics, spiritual ethnics, and your soulful ethics. Trust in them. Trust in the spirit soul. The spirit soul is your actual self. The spirit soul is the King of Kings. In one. All in one. Why can't you just accept the fact that you are astounding in every way possible? Well, due to it being so hard for you to accept it, I'm just going to make you. Why? Because once you see who you truly are, the devil will no longer be able to make you and or see you for what it feels like you should be. You are the greatest of all times. And then simultaneously, you're the worst. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All I want is my God, my normality, my wife, and my farm, and in that order. I don't want the second thing until I get the first thing. Why? Because my God is my village. Will not be able to do things right without my village, because my village is my power. And once my village is united, there's my home. And then once my home is united, or my home comes back together, or my home gets back in line, or my home gets back in order, time for home liberation, the final fight in the spirit, recognizing all of the issues in which the devil has entrenched into our lives and into our physical grounds, physically or internally, non-physically, and eliminate them. Eliminate the primary problems in which the devil has forced upon our lives. You can do this. You can do anything, literally. You want to know why? Because you are anything. You are everything. My normality, what does that mean? Regeneration, replenishment, restoration, and renewal. Every single aspect and or detail of me fixed so that I can be perfect for the next thing. And she could be perfect for me versus the opposite of perfection. My normality is regeneration, replenishment, restoration, and renewal. Fixing everything in which is wrong. And then my wife, a fully melanated woman, similar to the names of a lot of women that I've been mentioning since I have been recording my videos. And then my farm. Why do I need my wife before I get on my farm? Because once I get to that farm, yeah, meaning you'll never see me again. Out of the way. I'm done. I'm done. Project 13, I'm done. Yeah, 14, travel to the stars, blah, 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 blah. Or no, not 14, but 15 and on up. Travel to the stars, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to leave that all to Billy Carson. Yeah, Billy Carson, as well as all of you, I pray, are going to stay alive and well long enough to see this project, all these projects manifest. Once I get to Project 14, what is Project 14? Everybody eats good forever. My global chain farm. My global chain farm village. Everybody alive are going to be farmers. We're all going to have infinite amounts of good food to eat forever in all the days of our lives. No one will ever starve or go hungry ever again. That is my ultimate plan there. And once I develop my chain farms with the help of my wife, no more evil will plague my reality any longer. My God, my normality, my wife, and my farm, and in that order. Yeah, I do kind of want a civil rights activist woman like Vicky Diller, for example, or someone similar to her. And we'll see what happens when more of these ideas begin to take root. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family. It is time to put an end to the spiritual war for good.